Hello and welcome to the ACT3, the third All Civilizations 1v1 AI tournament in Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. I'm your host Wizwag, and today we are moving into the quarterfinals. Only 8 civilizations remain in the tournament, but you don't want to stop here. You want to move all the way to the finals. So let's see how the matches today go. And interestingly, out of the 8 civilizations remaining, 7 of them are in the top 10 of overall rankings. Only the Spanish are currently only in rank 13, so outside of that range. So we have one dark horse in this running, whom we will see in the first matchup, Vikings versus Spanish. The Vikings are currently in rank 6, 64% overall win rate. 25 games played, 16 of them won. And while the Spanish, like previously said, rank 13 with an overall win rate of 56%, they are not too far behind, although they are still the underdogs in the whole top 8 basically. So yeah, let's head right into our first match of today, Vikings versus Spanish, in a best of 3 series. Alright, game 1 between Spanish and Vikings. And we have the Spanish in the left-hand corner of the map in red. And in blue, behind a hill, pretty much cased in, we have the Vikings. Yeah, what a position here on this map, surrounded by all these hills. I've never seen that before. The Spanish pretty much out in the open. So like with the rankings, they have an uphill battle quite literally to play out here. That is that is so funny already. Let's see how they place the castle. Pretty defensively, right at the edge of their base. Vikings also, like this would have been a prime position, I believe. Taking the hill there. They played safe. For now, at least. Oh, we have some fighting going on. Did this ram just take out 2 skirmishers? Yeah, that gets taken out before even getting a single hit in against the castle. Now we have some mangonels joining in, also getting destroyed. Both castles are up and running. The Vikings are also surrounded by relics. What is going on? All stars align for them in this match. So let's see if they can take advantage of that. We have a ball of units, maybe trying to go for a flank. What a sneaky move. Nope, we are returning. Maybe not. Okay, fight breaks out. Trying to stay out of range of their opponent's castle. So far, so good. luring units into the range of their castle. Oh, getting this villager would be huge, but yeah, they went in too deep, get taken out, and now a whole skirmish breaks out in the center of the map. In terms of numbers, it seems pretty even right now. Vikings with a slight advantage. Which they will lose if they just trickle in all these units here. Okay, now they are ramping up the unit production. Going in for a all-out attack. What a big ball of units. Spanish have 2 mangonels though. Oh, one gets taken out. Yeah, the other one goes to no money shots. But also no further siege units. So it's just skirmishers basically. Not too effective in the long run. Yeah, Spanish have regrouped. Now go back in, and they have retaken the lead here. Spanish also lead by points. Around a 500 point difference. So despite all the stars aligning for the Vikings in this first match, they are falling behind more and more. Spanish being the underdogs in this match. The only civilization outside of the top 10 in rankings, putting up a good fight here, getting the first win in this best of 3 would set him up perfectly for the rest of the match. Vikings trying to regroup back at their base, build up the numbers again, while keeping the Spanish occupied. Okay, now we move back out. I'm not sure if that will be enough. Oh, we have a relic. Snipe. Having trouble to get through all these units. But he will get there eventually. Yeah, now we have a big attack coming in here. Yeah, these trees are pretty annoying. They split up the units to both sides. Yeah, also a flank coming in from the side. But they still need to take out the castle. No siege rams inside. But a lot of villagers trapped in the castle, causing a lot of idle time. Which will hurt the Vikings in the long run. The Spanish now have a big point lead, despite being still even in numbers. Vikings are crawling back slightly. Yeah. All these castle shots. And now Vikings back on the offense. On the offense. It's going back and forth in this game. But I'm not sure why they don't build any siege rams. It's like War Song and World of Warcraft, where they just zerg in the middle of the map. No one goes for the objective. They're just left. Look at all these corpses laying around. That is so massive. Also, these KDs. We are approaching KD of 500. But the Spanish accumulated a big lead with that. Let's see if they can swoop in and end it. But it seems like the Vikings may go for the Imperial Age. They are banking up in resources right now. This could get them the lead. They need to crawl back in this. So trying to stay defensive for now until the upgrades kick in, and then they can push out again. But they have to be careful not to lose their castle in the meantime, and too many units. Oh, it's the Spanish going for the Imperial Age first, even though they were behind a second ago in terms of resources. So, yeah, no advantage to take here for the Vikings, although I still believe they will do the same. Maybe not. Yeah, they lose too much food for their unit production to stay in the game. Now they have a slight breather. Maybe they'll go for it now. But the Spanish are already in the Imperial Age. Now building up the siege rams. Going all in. This doesn't look good for the Vikings. They are now trying to catch up, but I don't think it will be enough. There's units all over the base. Buildings crumbling. Castle under siege. This would be a huge upset against the Vikings. Rank 13 versus rank 6. Yeah, they have the Vikings pretty much surrounded here. Although they are still even, they're still hanging in there in terms of military and economic units. So it's not over yet, but they need to repair the castle and hold on as much as they can. Battering ram goes down. No trebuchets yet, I believe. Yeah. But yeah, this castle is going down quickly. Also, the lead swung now in favor of the Spanish. I think, yeah, Vikings now. Nothing left in the tank. Despite looking quite even a moment ago, it's all painted red here in the base of the Vikings. And this should be the game soon. Very good first game though. Going back and forth until the last moment, basically. 0 units. One. The single hero, where is he? Oh, we have 1 single battering ram. Yeah. Town center under fire. And this should be the game. Okay, game 2. Queen Spanish and Vikings. And at 12 o'clock in red, we have the Spanish again. Down at the bottom in blue at 6 o'clock, we have the Vikings. Both going into the Castle Age. Spanish now lead 1-0 in the series. And okay, what is that castle placement? Just to the side in the middle of nowhere. Not sure what that accomplishes. But Spanish also built to the side. Where they both built their base upwards, it seems. They are in range of each other. But pretty interesting that they both go for the left side here. And we are already going in for a quick little skirmish. Seems like. Maybe not. They're just staring each other down. Trying to intimidate. What is going on here? Oh, a big shot, and now they move back. Now back to the intimidation tactics. Okay, now we are fighting. But they threw away a big ball of units here. Big mangonel shot. Now showing up with guns to a knife fight. Sniping away these units. Oh, good kiting. Yeah, no, not the best move here. What a wonky game 2 here. Now moving in with mangonels. That's not what you want to see. You want to see siege rams. What is going on in this game? Okay, now Vikings are moving out with their units. Trying to get us around. Spanish have a natural wall with it with these trees. So tactical placement of their castle at least. But they get put under pressure here. Spanish trying to hold on as much as they can. Oh, now comes a siege ram. Also having trouble getting through. Oh, have to go the long way around. Okay, now they are arriving at their target. Can the Spanish hold them off? They have to act quick. 3 siege rams, the 4th one coming in. Castle losing health quickly. This does not look good here. Castle falling down quickly. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. They will lose their castle. Now the base is wide open. A big move for the Vikings, taking down castle decisively. Now also taking down the monastery. Relic just sitting there now. Also a big loss for the gold production. And the numbers are dwindling also for the Spanish. Yeah, I think the Vikings have swung the game back into their favor. Now in the driver's seat. Not sure what the Spanish can do about that one. Yeah, now Rams on to the town center. And we will go into game 3 now. Right, game 3, and in blue on the upper left hand side of the map we have the Vikings, and down on the bottom right hand side of the map we have in red the Spanish. After a fantastic first game, we had a pretty odd one in the second. So let's see how this third game turns out. It's 1-1 in the series in this best of 3. So it's all or nothing now between these two. This time pretty much open space in the middle. No hill advantage to take. We have a defensive castle placement this time for the Vikings, and a more aggressive one for the Spanish, more out in the open. This could get them an advantage. But look at this placement, surrounded by other buildings, so it will be hard to get through the castle. And surrounded. A very smart placement here. But this siege workshop should be in range of the castle of the Spanish. Sniping down at the line first. At least this one should be get taken out after a while. But we already have a battering ram going in. Now in the blind spot. But yeah, the knights will take it out swiftly. Also losing the villager. Yeah, not the best follow-up. The single conquistador helping with the sniping here. Single villager repairing the castle, although it's still healthy. Let's see how these bases build up. Both have even numbers in terms of villagers. But the Spanish have a slight advantage in military units. And they go in for a first attack. Siege workshop gets taken down. Words are hard today. But this does not look good for the Vikings here. Where are their units? Spanish have not taken too many losses. Single knight chasing this skirmisher. But yeah, 9 against over 60. Now two battering rams joining the fight here, sieging up the castle. This could also end very quickly, like we just saw in the second game, which would be a huge upset against the Vikings, as they were currently at rank 6. Let's see how this affects the rankings, basically. Yeah, what is going on? Maybe the first game took out too much of both of them. Nothing left in the tank for the other games. Was pretty exciting first game, I have to say, but yeah, these two ended up being very one-sided. Spanish now with a huge lead, taking out buildings one by one. Now the base is wide open, all for the taking. Look at this huge lead, almost 100 units. Against slightly over 10. Oh, okay, now why are we chasing this manga now? Okay, F that one in particular. That was funny. Just a whole bunch of units chasing down, but yeah, they can afford it. They have still enough in the middle of the map. Now they have over 10 times as many units as their opponent. And this will be the game soon. So Spanish take out the Vikings in the quarterfinals. 2-1. What a match. Ram trying to get through, but getting blocked. Cannot find an opening. Yeah, but doesn't matter. 0 military units against 129. Now a single unit, a monk. Yeah. That's gonna be GG. Alright, that was the first quarterfinal match between the Vikings and the Spanish. Spanish getting a huge upset win, now moving up a rank into rank 12, while the Vikings lost 2 ranks, now rank 8. But Spanish now in the semi-finals. What a tournament for them, even though the last 2 games in the series were pretty anticlimactic after the tension we had in the first game. But all that matters are results, and the Spanish showed up today, took down the Vikings, the favorites in this match. But our next match should be the highlight match of today. We have the Celts going up against the Inca. The Celts are currently in rank 3 with an overall win rate of 71%, 34 games played, 24 of them won. But their opponents, the Inca, are currently in rank 2 with a win rate of 72%. Almost as many games played, 32, only lost 9 of them. So with rank 2 and 3 going up against each other, this should be an exciting match. So let's get right into it. Celts versus Inca. Alright, in blue, on the left hand side of the map, we have the Celts. And in red, on the upper right hand side of the map, we have the Inca. Most of the relics are on the side of the Celts, pretty much. At least 3 of them. The other 2 pretty much in the middle of the map. And we have the defensive castle placement again. Solid move, but very aggressive one for the Inca. Also trying to get the gold depot in front of the base for the Celts. They are already on the aggression here. That is it. Even building up a siege workshop. Well, I have to take down the line first. Yeah, they are surrounding the Celts right off the gate. I've never seen that. What a strategy. Yeah. Castle is in range, but villagers are safe to build up. Should be interesting to see if they take the gold mine, but we have the battering ram already going out. Yeah, they have to deal with that. Otherwise, the strategy just falls flat on its face. Yeah, no ram for the Inca here. And this is interestingly placed workshop. No villagers on the gold mine so far, so... And this castle is going down quickly. They have to move out now. All this whole strategy will fail. Yeah, they just abandoned this castle. Yeah, this mangonel came down too late. So, yeah, this whole strategy just fell flat on its face. Interesting approach, but poor execution for the Inca. So let's see how they deal with that loss. We are still pretty much even in terms of numbers, but losing the castle just like that is always a huge blow. So let's see what they're trying to go for next. Also taking down this settlement now. And the siege workshop, yeah, it's all gonna get cleaned up now. Now the first fight breaks out. Which ends as quickly as it began. But seems like we are moving out now. Some of the skirmish continues. Trying to go in from multiple sides. Flanking these units. Yeah, what a position here between in this bottleneck. But they could not hold it. Having more units down here would have been advantageous, especially at this position. But now the Celts move out. And look at this. This town center is just up for the taking. It's out in the open. We have the battering ram joining in. Inca have to be careful now. And it seems like this is already the beginning of the end. This ram gets taken down, but look at the numbers. Oh, they don't even get... The ram gets repaired. And this should be the first game. And now, game 2. We have in red on the left-hand side of the map, the Inca. And on the opposite side of the map, on the right, in blue, we had the Celts, who just took the first game of the Inca. They are now on match point. The Inca had a very interesting strategy. Which sadly didn't pan out. Would have loved to see it work. But now the Celts are going for the aggressive move, building the castle right in the middle of the map. While the Inca go for the defensive positioning. But yeah, they are on the back foot. They have to play it safe now. And hope to get into game 3. Siege workshop on the side. Scout just gets taken out. Yeah, stalemate for now. But a lot of villagers already idling in the castle. That's always the danger with these defensive positionings. That's why I like castles more out in the open, so that doesn't happen. But it also comes with the risk of not being surrounded by other buildings. So it's more easy to surround. Less defender's advantage. As the Inca now trying to get some damage in here. Castle already took quite a bit of damage. But look at all this economic advantage manifests in getting the lead in terms of military units. And now flanking from the side, moving out now. Oh, huge mangonel shot. And another one. That's what the Inca need here to stay in the game. Oh, now 2 rams are going out. But yeah, they have to get through this building first. Or go around it. Taking a lot of damage. But the villagers here to repair. One goes down. But this castle could also fall at any moment. They're trying to repair it. That's good. Oh no. It's close to falling. And there it is. It's crumbling to dust. And now they just back out. Celts have a huge advantage now in this game. Trying to go for the harassment. And maybe end the game right here and there. This would be a huge win. Taking out the civilization currently in rank 2 in overall standings. One of the favorites in this tournament. With a 2-0 sweep. Yeah, I think there's nothing they can do about it. Very decisive games from the Celts. Okay, not sure why they back out now. Now they're just playing with their food. But even then, what can the Inca do? They have 5 military units, 28 villages left, against 40 and 60 respectively. Okay, now we are moving back out, it seems like, to end the game. A lot of scorpions in the mix. Also now in the Imperial Age. But I don't think that will matter then. The end of the game is near. That's gonna be a 2-0 for the Celts against the Inca. And just like that, the Celts take out the Inca 2-0. What a decisive series for them, as the Celts are now in rank 2 in overall win rate, while the Inca fell down to rank 4. But despite that, they are out of the tournament now, and we have our first semi-final matchup, the Spanish going up against the Celts. Another uphill battle for the Spanish. But they have proven already that they can do it. But we have 2 more games to go. And our next matchup is going to be the Malians up against the Bohemians. Malians currently in rank 5 with an overall win rate of 65%. Also a lot of games played, 31, 120 of them. But their opponent, the Bohemians, are their strongest opponent yet. Rank 1, overall win rate of 82%. Although they have the least amount of games played so far, 11 games played, but won 9 of them. So one of the newest additions to the roster, but coming out strong right off the gate. So let's see if they can keep up the streak in our next match between Malians and Bohemians in another best of 3. Right, down on the bottom left-hand side of the map, in red, we have the Bohemians. And on the upper right-hand side, in blue, we have the Malians. Bohemians currently rank 1 in overall ranking win rate. See if they can keep up their performance throughout the tournaments. Or maybe the Malians go for the upset win, like we've seen earlier with the Spanish. Now, castle placement going head to head here in the middle. Bohemians have a slight lead. But shouldn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, both castles are now up and running, and now we get the infamous stalemate. Arrows flying across. But the Bohemians have more villagers banked in the castle. Oh, we have a scout chasing down the villager and takes him out. That's a slight win. mangonels. Not the right unit for the job. But as long as this keeps going, the Malians have the economic advantage. Already ahead in idle time. They've also banked a lot more units. Although not moving out just yet. Even getting the quick repair in without losing any villages. That was sneaky. Not sure how he got in here. Just infiltrating their base. Here comes the wall. Yeah, this castle has taken a lot more damage so far. The Malians have to be careful about that. But where are the units for the Bohemians? 2 units against 30. What is going on in this base? Pushing in the zebra. Yeah, a lot of villagers trapped in these castles as reinforcements. So, pretty low economy on both sides. This monastery just outside of the range of the castle, it seems like. Villager gets sniped. Hey, what a slow game. With this low of an economy. Castle gets repaired. This is also back up online. Now they have to find advantages some way or another. Bohemians are pretty much contained. They just can't seem to build up their numbers again. Yeah, no one on gold, no one on stone, it seems like. 1 unit on stone. Yeah, they are screwed. The Malians getting further and further ahead. Well, here's a battering ram. Although taking a lot of hits until it's a wrap. Oh! Almost got taken out by the mangonel. Villager there to repair. Loses his life. But Ram still going strong. But I don't think it will be enough. It's close. Getting destroyed. Yeah, castle also gets repaired. Good try to get out of this situation, but yeah. But at least they've built up their numbers again. Not sure how that happened so fast. Not sure what that mining camp is about. Or all these three, in fact. And even this one. It's just placing them all over the place. But it seems like the Bohemians are falling behind again. It's just taking too many losses. The Malians also play very defensively there. Are not taking any chances. Just slowly building up. Until they are confident to move out. So all we have is this castle battle. 20 minutes in to the game. The knight gets sandwiched in between those buildings. Yeah, one of these castles has to go down to break the stalemate. Not sure who will be the first to do it. Bohemians are still hanging in there somehow. Malians have 2 relics for the name. But the Bohemians have 3, so they have the upper hand. At least in that department. Slightly better gold income. Could be their opening to get back into the game. Yeah, also doesn't seem like anyone's interested in going into the Imperial Age just yet. Just focusing on expanding the base. And yeah, they are getting quite large. Look at all these farms. Yeah, they have a lot more, it seems like. But Bohemians are now moving out. Now getting more and more aggressive. But doesn't seem like it works. Yeah, I think whoever takes down their opponent's castle will win the game at this stage of the game. As they gain free access to the base. For now, we are still stuck in this situation. No one getting in the upper hand, really. Now 30 minutes into the game. This could be a long one. The record game is 58 minutes and something. Hopefully someone can break out of the stalemate before that. It seems like Bohemians are catching up in terms of farms. How many do you have? 43 versus 36. Well, they're really caught up. Oh, but the Malians are the first to move into the Imperial Age. This could be their window of opportunity. And now, even going in with the Rendia, they are going all out. They want to end the game right here and there. Castle already down to half HP. Oh, this game could end quickly. Yeah, this castle finally goes down. And now they can do whatever they want. Bohemians have to play perfectly. Going for the mill. Gonna do some economic damage. Trying to surround the town here. Still a ram going to town on this side of the map, uncontested. This is getting tough here for the Bohemians. More and more upgrades kicking in for the Malians with the advantage of the Imperial Age. But it does not look good. Yeah, there's fighting all over the place now. Just look at all of these units scrambling. But this seems to be the beginning of the end. 2 rams on the town center. More units trickling in. Numbers dwindling. Yeah, this should be it. Malians with a huge upset win in game 1. GG. Now onto game 2 in red on the left hand side of the map. We have the Bohemians again. And down on the bottom right hand side of the map in blue we have the Malians. We just took the first game in the series. Against the number 1 ranked civilization. The Bohemians taking another loss. We could have another huge upset here in this tournament. Oh, look at that. Oh. Going for the aggressive play. The castle. Forward side, the base. Right in the middle of the map. So, if they go for another contain, another stalemate, this will only benefit the Malians, as the Bohemians will have more villagers trying to defend the castle going in there. But yeah, a lot of villagers got taken out here, just slightly in range of the castle. But they still get it up. There's a relic right to the side of them. Good. Oh, look at that. Already a ram parked down to the side. Oh, another one. Yeah, they waited for a second ram. Now they are going in. Trying to take it down as quickly as they can. But here's a mangonel trying to deal with the rams. One, it's taken out. And the second one also falls. Okay, no success there. But good effort. Good idea. Castle took a lot of damage though, So there's still an opening for now. Trying to deal with it with regular units. No siege units coming in to support it. That's always very risky, as you lose a lot of units in the meantime. But it's catching fire. Yeah, you have to move out to defend. Otherwise, this castle will just go down. Oh, here comes the repair. But yeah, the units just swoop in from the side, trying to disrupt the process. But now they are getting pushed back slightly. Malians, at least, are building up quite the advantage back at home. But they have to really be careful to not lose this castle. Here comes another repair. 3 villages now. Yeah, they are just keeping it alive. Just barely. What's the situation back at home? Well, that's what I was worried about. 14 villages in this castle because it's placed right in front of the base. So a lot of villages move from the farms into the castle to reinforce it. While the Malians only have 7 villages going in. Which we see as a huge difference in idle time already. Almost double of that. More than double of that. Yeah. This castle has been hanging on by a thread this whole time. Bohemians can still crawl back if they manage to take it down, and now it seems like they have to be careful. I think that's gonna be it. 200 HP, no repairs incoming. And they finally break it down in the castle and win the siege battle. And now they can try to turn the game around to move into game 3 in the series. They are not going down without a fight for sure. Let's see how the Malians deal with that now. Yeah, with all this economic advantage the Malians had, it's seems like they didn't capitalize on it too much. They could have built up a lot more units and upgrades in the meantime, but yeah, Bohemians are crawling back into this game as they now have the advantage. Yeah, moving back, regrouping, and maybe this will be the final push. Getting this around. Yeah, this should be the game. Nothing they can do about it. As we will now move into game 3 in the series between the Malians and the Bohemians. Alright, and game 3 between the Bohemians and Malians, and in red on the bottom side of the map we have the Bohemians, and up on top in blue we have the Malians. Malians somehow going into the castle edge a lot quicker than their opponents. Not sure what that is about. I think they were pretty even throughout the series. Maybe they misassigned some of the villages. So they have a lead of a few seconds at least. Going for another aggressive castle placement. It didn't pan out in the last game, although they had pretty substantial lead. Oh, this castle placement gets blocked. Oh, that is huge. That is so now taunting them. Oh, now trying to move back in. But this castle is almost... Yeah, no chance of surviving that. As soon as this castle finishes, these villagers will die. Yeah, they won't get up this castle now. What a huge block. Yeah. That gets cancelled. A lot of villagers already have died. 7 of them, in fact. As they go. Whoa, that is so out of the way. Oh no. That is a disaster for the Bohemians. This could shake up the whole tournament. The rank 1 civilization gets taken out in the quarterfinals. A sigh of relief for the other civilizations. But although they have been pretty dominant, the Bohemians that is, they still have the lowest number of games played so far. So they are still new. They haven't proven their consistency yet. Why is there a mining camp? Just got taken out. And it seems like we are going in for an attack. Yeah, nothing to defend here, as the castle is just all the way over there. This game could end pretty quickly if they just rush in. But let's see what the plan is. Yeah, opening up the base, taking on the stable. Seems like a good move. Look at that, yeah. They already have almost nothing left. Huge economic advantage also. Oh, battering ram. Going in. Oh, villagers desperately attack it. Oh, there's a repair coming in. Never mind. No, what? 2 HP. Please, one hit. Just hit it once. Someone. Not this one. This one. Oh my goodness. What is happening? But I think we will see the Bohemians slowly dying out now. More siege rams going in, but villagers heroically defend their base. But the Malians have such a massive lead in this game now. They can just throw in all the units. Doesn't matter. Yeah, there's ram after ram trickling in. And, yeah, chipping away at the town center. Just ignoring the castle altogether. Never mind, there goes one. Oh, it gets repaired. Oh no. Yeah, I think that's gonna be game. One more hit will do it, and that's GG. And with another upset win, the Malians take out the Bohemians 2-1. What a game the last one was. A huge upset. Again, Bohemians now lost their rank at the top of the standings. Now rank 2. And the Celts are now rank 1. So they are now the tournament favorites here. Also going up against the Spanish, who are the underdogs. So this is the Celts tournament to lose now. But congratulations to the Malians. Valiant effort to take down the Bohemians. And now we have one more match to go in the quarterfinals. The Goths versus the Portuguese. The Goths are currently in rank 6 with an overall win rate of 63%. Also haven't played that many matches compared to the other civilizations. Only 16, but won 10 of them. But they go up against another strong opponent. The Portuguese, now ranked 3 with an overall win rate of 68%. Also, a lot more games played, 25. But overall, it should still be an even matchup. And so with that, let's move into our last match of today. Goths versus Portuguese. Pretty far away from each other. I don't think they will rush each other down. They also have room to breathe. Build up the strength. Pretty much the exact same castle placement. Mirrored. No one falling ahead in terms of strategy. Although the castles are in range of each other, just barely, it seems like. So let's see how they deal with that situation. Too crazy going on back at home. Oh, there's a relic. Oh, and the scout catching the villager. Let's see if they can. Oh, he pulled back too early. Yeah, gets taken out. Now moves back to safety. A very good move from this single scout. Just a little skirmish down the middle, but nothing too serious just yet. Portuguese already on the back foot in terms of idle time. So trickling in a few units here and there. Could still even out the economic advantage. Just keeping the villagers trapped in here. While this castle is empty. I think you can sacrifice a few units for that. As we can see, they already have 2k more resources collected. And now move out with a siege ram. Although it's already down to half HP. No villager coming in to repair. Yeah, not sure why it keeps moving back, eating shots from the castle. Yeah, that's gonna be it. But either way, it got repaired again. Already got the monastery down. No relics just yet. They have a monk though. Where is it? Oh! Here it is. Taking the first relic. Where is this one going? Oh! I think targeting this relic down here. But they have another one. Where is it? Huh? I'm not sure what that's about. But the Goths now have a big lead in terms of military units. And I think they are rushing the Imperial Age. Could see it very soon. Yeah, there it is. Not sure why else they bank up on resources. So this can get dangerous very quickly for the Portuguese now. Already moving out, it seems like. Not even waiting for the upgrades to kick in. But 2 siege rams on the town, on the castle. Trying to repair it, but it slowly gets dwindled down. While 2 other siege rams demolishing other buildings here in space. It's a very good split tactic. Yeah, these rams getting repaired. Not good. There crumbles the castle. Goths now very much have the upper hand. Yeah, look at all these buildings crumbling to dust. And so far it seems like the day of the underdogs. A lot of upsets happening already. This could be the final one. It's not over yet, of course, but Goths are in the driver's seat for this match. Although Portuguese have 4 rams trying to flank the opponent's castle. Oh, there's the trebuchet, but gets met by a ram. Or taking it out would be huge. One more hit will do it. Oh, it gets repaired. Oh no, it falls. That's huge. Getting the trebuchet there. Oh, and the Portuguese going on the counter attack. If they can even out on the game, that would be massive. But there's another trebuchet. And these battering rams got taken out. Oh, that could have lost them their window of opportunity. Now trying to defend with the cavalry. But they also need to deal with the trebuchet. being placed in between those buildings. Very much protected. Yeah, I think the attack came slightly too late for the Portuguese. Now they just slowly get sieged down. There's even a monk converting some units. Now we move back out. The whole army of siege rams or battering rams are coming in. Oh, already one at the town center. Pushing its way through. And this should be the first game. And now on to game 2. We have the Goths in blue on the upper left-hand corner of the map. And down on the bottom right in red we have the Portuguese. Oh, there's a hill splitting up those two civilizations. Maybe the fighting will shift to the left side on the open field, or they just battle it out, trying to see who can get the hill advantage. But let's see, both are advancing into the castle age. Where's the placement? There's one placement for the Goths, right on the open field, and that's a very aggressive one for the Portuguese. They do not mess around. They want to take back the series. This could be huge for them. So far uncontested, and yeah, I think they will get it up just fine. Villager, low, no. Getting back to safety to the town center. Castles are both close to finishing. There it is. So let's see how the Goths deal with that. All these zebras just chilling there. Yeah, this siege workshop won't last long. Yeah, this castle has to go as soon as possible to not take further damage. But losing the siege workshop already. Do they have another one? No. This could be huge if they don't get rams out in time. Nice sprite. Yeah, kiting back the units perfectly. Not taking a single loss. The skirmish breaks out on top of the hill. Siege workshop gets repaired, but no units in production. As the Portuguese build up more and more of an advantage. And they are the first to go for the siege rams. Trying to take out the rams, but not sure if that will be enough. They need more units. Yeah, there's even more coming in from the other side. Yeah, they don't have time. And that castle is falling down. Expertly played here for the Portuguese, showing why they are in the top 10 of all civilizations, not going down without a fight. And now it's their game to win. They're just ignoring all the buildings. Oh, getting body blocked here by the skirmishers. But one ram arrives at the town center. The others have trouble going through. This one just gave up and attacks the barracks. Town center gets repaired, so it's not over yet. Ram gets dealt with. But now the base is wide open. It will be tough to hold on. And it seems like the Portuguese are trying to go for the Imperial Age now. Yeah, they have the upper hand in this game. What's the relic situation? 3 relics to 2, I believe, then. 0. Oh, there's still 2 relics on the field. So at least the Goths have 1 advantage. But now the Portuguese have arrived in the Imperial Age. There's so many siege rams and units all over the place. This will get tough to hold. Yeah, look at all these buildings crumbling, getting destroyed. And this could be the final attack, the final battle of the game. They're even building a second castle now. Yeah. Oh, we are moving back. Not sure why. Now we are moving back in. And I think we will go into game 3 now in the series. Just look at the map. It's just painted red. That's a massive base. This one doesn't even fill the screen. Yeah, very good game for the Portuguese. And now we move on to game 3. Alright, down in the bottom left-hand side of the map in red, we have the Portuguese again. And on the upper right-hand side, in blue, we have the Goths. Game 3 in the series, the last game of today and the quarterfinals. It's 1-1, anyone's game now. Portuguese are the favorites in this matchup, just slightly. This time we have a huge open field in the middle. The hills are to the side. So let's see. That's a pretty interesting castle placement. Just to the side. But pretty far out still. While the Goths go for the standard defensive play. They're getting attacked by a lion, just delaying the castle just slightly. But a very aggressive siege workshop placement here, right in front of the enemy's castle. They could take advantage of that. Slightly delayed, but so the Goths are the first to build siege rams. Oh, starting back? Why? Now going back in. Just eating a lot of unnecessary shots. and losing time. Yeah, there's the first organ gun. Trying to deal with them. Yeah, the ram takes all the aggro, so these units are free to go around and deal with the organ guns. And this castle is now falling quickly. Oh, this could be huge for the Goths. There's the siege workshop now. I think the castle will soon follow. Yeah, 2 mangonels now. Also in the mix. Dealing with the reinforcements. And there goes the castle. So huge win for the Goths. Let's see what they can do with this advantage. They have nothing to fear now. Yeah, these quarterfinals today have shaken up the top 10 rankings quite substantially. That's exciting to see. And we still have the Dark Horse Spanish in there, having gained the rank today, but still outside the top 10. Battering ram gets dealt with at the town center. That's scary always. Yeah, just a lot of units harassing, disrupting the flow here for the Bohemians, for the Portuguese. Well, building up their advantage at home. Everything peaceful here. There's the first relic. And also the first relic now for the Portuguese, so we are even on that front. Yeah, Portuguese are pretty much contained here in their base. Still only 1 relic. 2 now. So the advantages are building up for the Goths. Yeah, they are now also going into the Imperial Age. Taunting and the enemies again. converting some of these knights. No, more battering rams coming in. And I think this will be the last push. Just ignoring everything, just... Never mind. Oh, it's just going all the way around. Just straight to the town center now. 3 rams already. Yeah. They have to deal with it quickly. Okay, getting repaired now. Got the first wave down. Now we are playing tower defense. Here's another big swell of units now going in. Now we go for round 2. But yeah, with all these reinforcements now, I don't think there's anything they can do. The Goths will take down the Portuguese in the quarterfinals of the ACT3. And that's GG. Alright, and that concludes the quarterfinals. All matches except one went into the final game, game 3. A lot of close matches today, and a lot of upsets. But with that, only 4 civilizations remain in this tournament, as the 2 matchups in the semifinals will be Spanish versus Celts, and then the Malians going up against the Goths. So tune in next week, where we will play out the semifinals and the grand finals after that. Now in a best of 5 series. So I hope to see you there. But that is it for today. And with that, thank you for watching and see you next time.